How you feel about the mentality that we're running on that financial security is love in a relationship? Like for instance, I've heard a woman say up till last night self, yo, love ain't in, I need a man to pay my rent and my light and my water. That is not love. That is just financial help.
Financial benefit.
So understand this, you're going into a relationship without love into, with finances in mind, and expect the relationship to work. How you feel about that mentality we are in Vinci?
That ain't gonna work.
Well,
For instance, me and my woman there for years, and if it was for the money alone, me and she might not want to do today, because we naturally genuine love one another. But if it was about the money now, well, next thing I be run broke or something, you could see she pop off with another man.
And you can say the same thing.
yeah, well, money cannot bring love. You understand? It's truly love from the heart. And my love, what I have for my man, I could never fail. Only if he disappointed. You understand? And I know he will not disappoint it. You understand? Money cannot buy my love.
But how do you feel about the mentality that we have that financial security is love in a relationship? Like for instance, it have guys saying girls have to mind them. It have women saying, yo, love ain't in, man have to pay my bills, man have to pay my rent. What you feel about that mentality?
I feel it should go both ways. Like each gender support each other, and at a point in time that they do have separate money at to fall back on in case of anything. But
Just
I
in
think
case money.
yes, just in case money. But I think both genders should support each other. They not oh you just mind me and I
Yeah, and
take
then just
all your
wrap back.
money, and it should go both ways. I buy you stuff, you buy me stuff. I share some of my money equally with you, and you share some of my money equally with you as well. But still have separate bank accounts to do different stuff other than with each other.
How you feel about the thinking financial security is love in a relationship? Like woman who coming about right now and saying, hey, love ain't there, a man have to pay my rent, a man have to pay my water and light, and then I gonna know he love me.
Hey, that's fake.
How you feel about that?
That's fake. I sometimes I go come to, oh baby, I love you so much. I do anything for you. And at the end of the day, she really wants you my money.
So then you can't differentiate between if she love you for the money or she just love you for you. So it don't make no sense.
Don't make
Not
sense.
true?
No sense in that. But sometimes now, she moves up pretending like she love you. But she really love you. She losing you for time being.
So then if I was to throw out a little thought process there, then come like she said she sold it.
Yeah, she said she bought it for money.
Because right. And just to let you know, look up what prostitution is. It is selling your body for a favor, for monetary favors or favors of another nature of value. That's what prostitution is. Therefore, if you know you're going out there and you're opening your foot for credits, data and so on, or for buy a phone,
Stop it.
you're prostituting.
Yes,
if you don't want to be called a prostitute, stop it.
Well, that's
Right? Right. How you feel about the mentality in Vinci that financial security is love in a relationship? Like if a woman saying, yo, love ain't there, a man need to pay my rent and pay my light and water, then I gonna know he love me. A man they say, yo, a woman have to mind me, this, that.
In terms of love and relationship, now this is very interesting. Take away the money, the financial aspect out of the relationship, and it done. That's why we see most of the times in long distance relationships, man going to sail and thing, and then we experience where the man end up with a woman over there, the woman end up with a man here because the financial aspect missing. Well, not the financial aspect, the intimate aspect missing.
Right.
So, but if he keeps sending money, then we know that's going on.
Fact.
She take the money, she get the other man who she get the intimacy from. You understand?
Huh.
So, I mean, love, yes, love required, but it's a business. You
Right
can just
now
say.
it's coming out like a business.
It's a business.
It's who invested.
It's a 5-year lease.
Yeah, facts.
And after that, then you decide if you want to keep it up.
Well, how do you feel about me saying the mentality that is going on in Vinci right now is woman saying love don't exist, man have to pay the light and the water and so on. You think that's a good mentality the woman and then carrying in Vinci right now?
Well, it's a mentality now, them adapt because them in born so, you know what I mean? If a woman love you, she have to love you even though you're living under rock, you know what I mean, on a natural level, you understand? But the system now put materialism in the head now, in the brain. So right now, woman looking for security. If you don't have nothing, they may want you. But life ain't supposed to be like that, you know? Love is a genuine thing, you understand?
And it's an interesting thing, you know, see they're looking for security, but they need to understand it is not just financial security, because if you have spiritual security and so on, the man could give you money and beat you up. The man could give you money and kick you down the steps. I mean, how come we ain't seeing it as broad range as that? We only focus on the fact that he have money, he have car, he have land. That is the man who loves me.
Let me show you something. You see, things start from creation, you know, and it mentioned in the Bible too, man, you know, and the car ladies, hoes in the Bible, and Delilah and them things there, you know. So in this time, you know, that the whole program, people living like.
So coming to fruition, more or less.
Right, people living like the Bible now, you understand? Like the Bible has nothing good on it. The Bible ain't have nothing good. The Bible only have a way of life for we to live now, whether you want to be a hoe, whether you want to be a bowler, whether you want to be anything of what, the Bible showing you how to live, you understand? But it ain't correcting your sins and showing you then love natural man. Love a man, love a woman for natural ability. You think how them things there, them things.
What do you feel about the mentality that financial security is love in a relationship? That's a mentality that seems to be prevalent in Vinci, especially in the women, that if they have a man, in order for say the man love you, you have to pay your rent, your light and your water and so on. They state that out. How you feel about that?
Well, honestly, bro, I could tell you, money doesn't bring you happiness. You understand? So if you're looking for financial security, like in a relationship, I mean, you might get money, but the other things that comes in the relationship, like love, you're not gonna be happy. You know, so I think it's better like a situation where a man and a woman, like you have your thing, I have my thing, we have our thing together. You know, where we can build something like that. But it shouldn't be the mindset that a man must have money in order to like date you or be with you.
Facts, it should be all.
True.
How do you feel about the mentality that we're sharing right now in Vinci, where young men are saying women need to mind them ain't working, and women are saying, oh man, I have to go look for a work. If a man want me, he have to mind me, I have to pay my rent, light, water, and buy phone, give me and thing. How you feel about that mentality we're carrying right now?
That's a lazy mentality. Ever since I know myself as a young girl, I've been always trying to, when I say hustle, trying to make a dollar and better myself, right? Relying on somebody, especially when you're young, is absolutely ridiculous. When you're young, that's the best time to make your money and build yourself, so that when you get older, you can look back and say, hey, I have something to fall back on, a house and stuff like that. You do not depend on people, right? Because if something happens to that person now, you have to now go look for yourself, and you put yourself in such a situation that you never develop a skill. Yeah, when you get older, you can't survive in the world because you really don't have no skill, you don't have no education and nothing like that. So depending on anybody, even parents, depending on parents at a certain age is absolutely ridiculous. You have to get up and get your own. The Bible says, by the sweat of your brow you shall eat. And there is no truer statement than that. By the sweat of your brow you shall eat. So you need to get up and get, not just for you, but for your children, anybody who comes behind you. And that is how the economy grows, if everybody do their part and everybody works. So depending on anybody is absolutely ridiculous.
How do you feel about the mentality that women in Vinci saying love is financial security? Basically saying, once you can pay me rent, me light, me water, and you can buy phone, give me anything when I ask you it, you love me. How you feel about that mentality they carry?
The woman they need to stay single. You understand? In a relationship, it's a 50-50 venture. Nothing else.
It's called a team.
If one down, the other one, yes, should be able to
build up.
You know, keep the one in strength while he build himself. But it's a 50-50 venture.
You heard that 50-50, not 75-25, not 80-20, right? How you feel about this mentality that young guys and young women carrying in Vinci right now, that a young guy coming and saying, oh, a woman shouldn't mind me ain't have to work.
Yes,
a woman saying, hey, man have to mind me ain't working, he have to pay me rent. And how you feel about that?
Bad.
That's a bad thing too, not true?
Yeah, because now my mommy do it, man have to mind me.
True. And you know for do your own thing too,
yeah,
not
true? Yeah, I do myself.
Exactly, and I think it's a come together thing.
Yes,
if we can team up, then it make no sense we saying like, oh, my money just come for you alone.
No.
Or your money come for me alone.
Oh, true.
Fact. When you think about this mentality where woman and man carrying in Vinci right now, that financial security is love in a relationship, like man saying, boy, any woman I do that for me, or a woman saying, yo, loving day, man have to pay my bills, man have to pay my rent and so on. How you feel about that?
Well, what I have to say about that and my knowledge that I gather from that is that they have no love anymore. It's all by your pocket. So if they had the money, you get sacked. So no love ain't there anymore.
But then that would mean love existent, but we're making it non-existent by focusing on money alone.
Yes, because love is something truly from God. So it's not something you can pretend or pay for.
It is there.
It is there, it truly exists. So those who have it will show it, and those who have the money love will show the money love.
But then practice makes perfect. So if we keep leaving people in that mentality there, they'll get exceptional at it.
No, the whole world will get elite from thinking about money alone and not love.
Fact.
So that is my presentation.
Woman supposed to royal to man, because in the world, woman is the queen and man is the king, and man have to go out in the hot boiling sun, go work hard and get them and treat them general.
Sure.
Yeah, blessed eye.
Don't move yet. This statement coming from a boy, it's coming off of the basis of the question of why we're running with the mentality that if you're in a relationship, financial security is what love is. No, it don't work like that. Love is love. Finances is finances. Two totally different things. We come together through love and deal with the finances. We don't do it differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me say the love amongst man and woman in the positive way, and then we go get a better day. And thank God for life. They may kill me, and I will still help them still in any way.
Yeah. So just showing that, unity builds strength. They're about to do this. They're about to lift this by themselves. You know what I mean? So yeah, we do this thing once we unified and we're thinking, what we could achieve.